Hey, first of all, I want to start off by saying I want to give big ups to Trey and Brent for having us here. Really, really excited. Secondly, I want to take y'all down a little path. You know, I got introduced to this industry back when I was 19 years young. I just turned 21 yesterday, so it was only 2 years ago. But I got introduced when I was 19 years young. It was a little while back. And somebody started drawing a bunch of circles on the board, and this was before you had the internet. This was before you had fancy projectors, and people started saying, you get 3, and you get 3, and you get 3, and you get 3, and we all get a gazillion bucks. That sound familiar? Yeah. You see, I skipped the algebra class, so I didn't pay attention. But here's what I figured out. The guy in front of the room was not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And he was making 65 grand a month in the 90s. Now, where I grew up at, somebody who made 65 grand in a year was doing something they had no business. Well, this guy was making it a month, and I said, well, I don't know what he's doing. It looks illegal, and I am in. 19 years later, here we are, and the reality is we've been in this industry, a couple of different companies. I think I've been around the block so many times that when I talk to my friends and family now, they throw up a cross and a bag of onions. All right. But here's the reality. We don't care. You see, so many people tend to sit back and worry about the opinions of others. Ladies and gentlemen, people are going to talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. Let them talk. Right. Let them do what they're going to do. It's part of the game. I always tell people haters going to hate, so give them some extra sugar for the haterade. It's okay. It's part of the game. All right. I left a very, very large company. I personally sponsored 317 people in my previous company, and I was the #1 recruiter. And so many people said you had to be a complete imbecile to leave. I didn't even sell it. I resigned. And most people said, you've got to be crazy. But I've been called crazy all of my life because the opposite of crazy is average. And one of the definitions of average is the highest degree of poor. Would you rather be crazy or average? I'm freaking insane. And I highly suggest all of you be the same. Now I want to give y'all a couple of points to leave you with. Number one, how many of y'all want to make a lot of money in this industry? Yeah, it sure did sound like it. How many of y'all want to make a lot of money in this industry? Alrighty, number one, here's a couple things that you got to do. Number one, you need to work harder on yourself than you do your business. You need to work harder on yourself than you do your business. There's not a single person in your organization that joined Evolv. They freaking joined you. They didn't join Evolv, they joined you. So that means that you need to work on who? You. You want to become a leader, you need to work on your leadership skills. Okay? You've got to become the best you that you can possibly become. Okay? Number two, you got to learn to enjoy the word no. Look for it. Embrace it. You should embrace it so much that when someone tells you yes, they want to join Evolv, you should look stupid. Really? Because you're so used to people saying no. Learn to enjoy the word no. Everybody with me so far? Okay, guys, you've been getting no from your wives and your girlfriends and your fiancés, and you continue to stay persistent then. Why are you quitting when somebody else tells you no? I have no idea. I have no clue. Next thing is this. You need to be yourself. You need to be yourself. You know, I was on the elevator this morning, and there's another convention going around. I think it's a little makeup company some of y'all may have heard of, and they're kind of floating around. And there were a couple of ladies on the elevator this morning. They're kind of looking at me a little funny. And I'm coming to an event, and I got on a t-shirt and some jeans. You know, they're really dressed up. They're mean, looking like money. And I learned a long time ago to be yourself. You see, it's cool to be suited and booted, but you know what I figured out? I live in Florida. It is 162 degrees in the shade. Okay? I'm not going to recruit in a suit. I'm going to be sweating bullets looking like I just came from Ethiopia. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Be yourself. Be you. Whoever you are. You like t-shirts and jeans? Guess what? You can recruit in t-shirts and jeans. You like suits? You can recruit in suits. Okay, you got a funny haircut? You can recruit with a funny haircut. You got a bald head? You can recruit with a bald. Be you. So many people get in this game and they want to be someone else. No one's joining someone else. They're joining who? You. So work hard on you, be yourself, and obviously understand that you do not have to know everything about the business. So many people get involved and they need to know everything. Oh my goodness, what are the ingredients? What is it going to do? I can't tell you what's in the shake. It don't matter. Well, Cedric, what's in that thing? Man, I don't know. What I know is when you drink it, you lose weight. Looks like you need some. Here. I don't need to get into all the ingredients, and neither do you. Stop trying to figure out all this stuff, because I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You sit back and try to figure out all this stuff, and it will blow your brains. It will blow your brains out. Built a very, very large organization that did over $40 million in revenue in 20 months, and I swear to you that 80% of the people didn't know everything that was going on inside of the product, because it didn't matter. It didn't matter. As soon as you try to dissect and figure out everything, your organization is going to dissect and figure out everything, and you're going to end up with a bunch of people that are dissecting and figuring out everything, and no volume is moving, but they know every freaking ingredient in the bag. So you've got to understand that people are joining you. People are attracted to your energy. Don't be concerned about all these ingredients and this and that. Share the message. And last thing, get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Use the systems that are in place that you have. I figured out a long time ago that people don't work, but systems do. People don't work, but systems do. If you don't believe me, how many of y'all flew here in an airplane?
All right.
Okay, let me prove it to you. If you follow this analogy, you will make a gazillion bucks in Evolve. You with me so far? Yeah. What does the pilot do when he or she is on the runway? They crank that airplane up, they check all the meters, all that good stuff, make sure everything is going. They tell you to sit down, tell the waitress to get everybody seated, blah, blah, blah. And then they crank that plane up, and it goes 80, 90, 100, 110, and then it lifts up, right? Yeah. Then it's 20,000 feet in the air. And guess what the pilot does? He hits a button called what?
Look out now. All right. All right.
You arrived in freaking Texas. He hit a button called autopilot, and then when he got close to the destination, he started talking to the next tower and blah, 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 make sure there were no other planes around, and then he landed the plane. So what was his job? His job was to get the plane up in the air,
Get the plane on the ground.
hit the autopilot, make sure the wheels came down, landed, and got you to your destination. Your job is to get your team up in the freaking air. Once you get your team up in the freaking air, and they're at 20,000, 30,000 square feet, guess what? Guess what happens? You're not going to hit an autopilot button, because guess what? The system is now working. So the system is going to take you, because 20 or 30,000 feet in your world is 20 or 30,000 reps. At 20 or 30,000 reps, you can hit a whole lot of buttons. Because your business is doing what? Cruising. So ladies and gentlemen, get out of your own way. Understand what your job is. Your job is to get your team off the ground, stick to your team, and build other people. I can't accept this award, because if it wasn't for the team, I wouldn't be here. I will never accept an award, because in network marketing, how can you accept it when your squad are the people who actually got you there? So I want to thank everybody from Team Takeover that's in this room right now, as well as the people out there in the field who couldn't make it, because if it wasn't for them, Kenny and myself would not be on the stage. So thank y'all, appreciate it.